Hello and welcome all of you to another yet exciting session of BA Scrum. Today we will be learning in detail about how these self-managed teams are, why we call them self-organizing or self-managed, what are their characteristics and why they are called so, how they operate, and what is the essence of their working style, which is different from the normal project implementation. Okay, so I assume, and as per the recording, Gaurav had stopped for this slide last week, right? If anyone remembers, yeah. Can somebody confirm? I do not want to repeat the content. Yeah, everybody with me?
Yes, Prerna.
Yeah, thank you, Geeta. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. So now let us understand what it actually means. No, it's a very broad term when we say self-organized or self-managed or cross-functional team. So we will try to understand this from the corporate angle, from the professional angle. What are they trying to say when they give this adjectives to the teams? Okay. So can I request three different people to read the text mentioned on the screen, please? I'll
Yes,
just enlarge it for you. Better?
a self-organizing team is one that does not depend on does not depend on or wait for a manager to assign work. Instead, these teams find their own work and manage the association responsibilities and timelines.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gita. Now let us explain this one and then we'll go to the next point. So as simple as it may sound, they do not wait for anyone to come and tell them what to do. In short, okay. So imagine everyone is so experienced, so capable, and so I would say responsible that they do not need any senior or any other person to come and tell them that, okay, guys, you have to do this, you have to work on this. No, they are highly motivated, skilled, experienced, and so I would say engrossed in their responsibilities and in their work that they themselves take their work. Now, in this scenario example, if you all are like, we are a scrum team, okay, and every one of you has a different role. Like someone might be a database instructor, someone might be a developer, someone might be a BA, someone might be a network security guy, someone might be a designer, just imagining, just go with the flow. So now when a sprint starts, we done the sprint planning and we have all the product backlog items, PBIs. So me as a scrum master or me as a product owner, I will not come and tell you, hey, like, for example, Ujjwala, please work on this. Aparna, please work on this. Or Jibran, this is allotted to you. Or Richa, this is given to you. Or maybe Geeta, you have to take this up. No, no, you know what is your responsibility, you know what is your skill set, you can see the product backlog item, you yourself pick it up and you work on it and complete it at your own pace as per the timelines. So that's why they are highly responsible, they know what is their work and they manage their work entirely on their own. Any doubt in this? Is it clear?
Yes, Prerna.
And that is the reason they are called as self-organizing or self-managed team, because they don't need anyone from outside to manage them or to allot them work or to ensure that they are on track or not, because these people are highly disciplined. Okay, we'll go to the next point. Can someone read the next point, please?
Cross-functional
Okay.
cross-functional teams include all competences and domain knowledge without depending on others outside the team.
Yes. Now, cross, by the way, can anyone tell me what does the word cross functional mean?
Different functioning teams.
Sorry,
Different functioning teams.
can you elaborate further? In your own understanding, it's okay. I don't want a bookish explanation. When you say different functional means multiple functional,
Yeah, multiple functional or different business team working together.
Yes. So you are trying to say more than one functional knowledge, right? Yes or no? Did I understood you correctly?
Then
You're absolutely right, Aparna. When we say cross-functional means, it simply indicates that a person, a candidate, or a resource has more than one, uh, you know, areas of expertise. That means, like in our, if you could take our example, like as trainers, Gaurav and myself, we also take multiple batches, multiple, I would say tracks, not batches, multiple tracks. Like we take business analyst and Scrum, that is this current batch or this current track. Then I am also involved in project management. Then Gaurav also, along with these two, it's involved in one more track. So this is like we are delivering multiple tracks on the same line. A resource or a team members is equipped with to work in multiple domains, multiple skill sets. So that person might be an expert in banking, insurance, textile, fashion. I'm just naming a few. So any other industry, they are very much equipped with to work, right? So and then it's also it doesn't kind of stop at domain knowledge. It also applies to all the skill sets. So somebody, so for example, a developer might be as good as a designer as well. So, along with programming, he might be helping the designers to design the application. Okay. A developer might also be testing the product or testing the application. A BA can be very well part of testing team because they know the functionality, so they can also play the tester's role. Are you getting me? Yes or no? Anyone? So that means you're not only confined to only one role or one job, but you can and you should do multiple roles as per the skill set, as per the experience, as per the knowledge. Everybody with me on this?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
people who are on constant mute, I'll request them to in between unmute and respond. So that gives me clarity that you're understanding or not. Okay, great. Last point, please go ahead.
A cross-functional team is a group of people with different functional expertise working towards a common goal.
Yes, we just understood, or I just explained the first part that a cross-functional team is a group of people with different functional expertise, yeah, different domain, different skill set, different experiences of working on different applications or belonging to different domains, or just diversity. We don't want everyone to be from the same background, work-wise. We want to have the flavors of all the different experiences. Okay. And the last sentence or last part of the sentence is very, very important. It says, working toward a common goal. That means it doesn't matter you are in which role. Are you a developer? Are you a tester? Are you an analyst? Are you an architect? Are you a business administrator? Are you a designer? Are you anything? Security implementator? No. You can be anything and everything, but our common goal is, as per each sprint, is sprint goal. That has to be everybody's goal towards what we are working. Make sense? So our roles can be different, our work can be different, but ultimately all of our goal is to deliver to the client, and that is the sprint goal. Everybody with me on this?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any doubt in this slide? This is a new topic and I want everyone to understand it deeply and properly. So yes, cross-functional, self-organizing or self-managed team. No, then we can move forward. If you have any doubts,
Yes, Pran.
please stop me at that point and I can explain further. Okay. Yes. Now we are just understanding it in further. The term self-organizing or managed has been interpreted in variety of ways. Okay, so what are the ways? Let's understand. There are 4 points. I'll appreciate people who have not read it till now. They can unmute and start reading. I need four different people for 4 points. Please go.
I can speak. So, the term self organizing has been interpreted in a variety of ways. A self organizing team doesn't need a manager, a self organizing team doesn't need a project manager. A self
Yeah, thank you,
organizing team,
Richa.
yeah, okay,
Okay.
I will
Okay,
take a
okay, okay,
pause. Yeah.
continue, continue. Okay, continue.
I can take a pause. Maybe you can explain these two and I can speak later.
No, no, I have mainly explained
Okay.
this, but you can go ahead now. You're reading. So if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
finish,
Self organizing team forms itself without any outside interference. A self organizing team doesn't answer to anyone. That's it.
yeah, thank you, Richa. So as we have learned in the previous slide while I was explaining, this
Self-organizing
team,
team itself without any other.
sorry,
Eh,
yeah,
sorry,
you
sorry,
said
I was
something.
reading. No, no, I was reading. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, no worries, no worries. You want to read? You can go ahead. You can
No,
have
I
the
was
discussion.
reading
Go
in
ahead.
the mind. Sorry, I was reading in the mind. Sorry.
Oh, I really like this, Vibran. You're so engrossed that you didn't realize you're talking loudly. That's another level of dedication. Thank you. It made me happy. Thank you. Okay. Let's understand this in detail. It's really interesting. It's really practical. See, I'll give you a very simple example. Okay. Now, I have a toddler. Okay. He just completed 2 years. So I have to keep in constant eye on him that what he's doing, what he's not doing, and tomorrow when he'll go to school in his early days, this initial years, how do we teach the toddlers or the young ones? We sit next to them, we tell them how to hold a pen or a pencil, and we tell them to write or draw something. Yes or no? There is complete hand holding or no in this process? I'm asking this question. When you teach a young child or a toddler, when you ask them to write something or read something or study, do you just tell them and go away, or you sit with them and ensure that they are doing it properly? Give me an answer, please.
Sit with
Yeah, we'll sit with them and help them.
following the directions
Tell
and
them. Yes. And why do we do that?
so that he
The initial stage we need to guide. They don't know what to do. We'll guide them.
Mm-hmm. Because they're new, they are not
Mhm.
experienced, they are not aware, they are too young. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do we do this same thing with a PhD student or with a college master student?
Mm,
Doesn't matter whether they're parents or not. Do we do this? Do we call them and ask them to sit next to us and sit with them as long as they study?
no,
Yes or
just give
no?
the instruction and follow it. No, 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 no.
no,
No, right? Honestly, we just can't because they generally might be studying for quite a long hours, and it will be not comfortable for us to stay, sit that long. But you know what? We don't even tell them that go and study. Do we?
no.
Have you told any PhD doing person that go and study, or are they have that? Do they have this self initiation that they do on their own? Yes or no?
Most
The
mostly they do by their own.
Right, right. So
Mm.
even if you have a kid tomorrow who is doing that, or maybe you have, someone in your house who is doing specialization or masters or something like that. So generally, I'm saying generally, there are people, there are students who are very, I would say, non-persistent, or they are very mischievous, or whatever reason that times you might be. But when you know that the student or the person in your family is very serious, dedicated, and they are very focused, then you don't have to tell them. So same rule, same logic applies here. So this team doesn't need a manager, it doesn't need a project manager who will sit with them, who will do hand holding to them, who will walk them through the entire process. No, they are self reliant, they are highly motivated. They're highly focused, and rather they do not want any outside interference, neither outside, neither inside. See, as a team, you can definitely help out each other. That is what we look up to. In the stand-up meetings, we ensure that we share our problems along with our current work. So if anyone has any solutions they can offer, and you can discuss that further offline. But then that doesn't mean we are looking for answers from outside also. No, it is not preferred, and it is not required also most of the times. See, now there is a tweak to it, okay? We are not saying that unless we need some additional or extra skill, that might not be. This is again assumption, hypothetical. I'm just giving you a scenario. Imagine there is a particular skill, which maybe a AI related skill, and right now you don't have any resource in your team to work on that, and your current sprint or current project requires that. So, in that scenario, definitely you would hire a resource, or you will borrow a resource from other project which is working on AI. Yes or no? But that doesn't mean that for any other work which can be easily done by the team has to depend on outside. No, they will complete their work on their own unless there is something which is out of the scope for the entire team. In that scenario, you might have to hire or borrow a resource. Otherwise, it's not required. Okay. And the last but not the least, which is one of my favorite, is they are not answerable to anyone. They don't answer to anyone, right? Because first of all, they are working on such strict timelines. They're working on such strict schedule. They are highly motivated. They are highly experienced. They are all seasoned professionals. Okay, they are not like, even there is any newbie. They are very serious and very practical and absolutely focused, dedicated. So we don't have to be, after them to ask about the results or ask about how they are doing. We, as a seniors in the team, we trust the process. We know they are working, and we just keep it that way. That is why they are not answerable to anyone. Make sense? Any doubts? Anyone?
No.
Everybody clear on this? You can say yes or send a thumbs up.
Yes,
Anything that
yes.
works?
Yes.
Yes, super. Now let's go to the next slide. I know this might sound very simple as of now, which it is honestly, but in real life, when you go and you see the people, you see the bifurcation of typical waterfall methodology implemented project, or other project which are on the very similar waterfall kind of lines. Their implementation, their execution, it might look lame as compared to this. And it might look not effective, non-effective, or less effective, less productive as compared to this, because Agile is so focused on results and so focused on time and so focused on delivery. Always remember this: time, delivery, and quality. So timely quality delivery is the right word, timely quality delivery. Can everyone just murmur this or say this? Timely quality delivery. I just want you to have this set of keywords
Time,
engrossed in your mind.
Timely quality
timely
delivery.
quality delivery.
Yes. So that, what does this mean? You're delivering on time, you're delivering with quality, and ultimately you are delivering to the customer. Make sense? Timely quality delivery. Always remember this. You can use these keywords, or you can use these sentences, while you're giving interviews or while you're explaining the concepts, during a discussion. So the other person would know that, okay, you have the background, you're aware about what is happening and what is not happening. Okay. Now let us go, further into this discussion. There are four more points. Can I request four different people to read the points one by one, please? Yes. Go
Cross-functional
ahead.
team has access to all the skills necessary to effectively deliver value to customers.
Yes. So what it says, we'll go one by one. So what it says, thank you so much for reading it out. That the cross-functional team has access to all the skills that are necessary to effectively deliver value to the customer. Now, what it means? It simply means that these teams are self reliant, they are equipped, they are skilled for all the work that is being undertaken by them. So, if a project has tomorrow any other technology, any newer technology, we ensure that some of the team members or most of the team members who will be working on the project will have that skill set. Everybody understood this? So basically, we are not relying on anyone from outside for the skills. When I say skills, that means the technology, the understanding of domain, anything that stands for skills. So in short, everybody in the team is absolutely skilled, absolutely trained, and very effectively, I would say, trained and skilled to complete their work. And that's why they don't need anyone from outside. And hence, they focus on effectively delivering to the customer. See, when you are capable, when you are skilled, when you are experienced, definitely you will deliver effectively. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a very simple example. Now, I'm not sure this applies to all the genders, but imagine during your childhood or teenage, you started to learn cooking, as a life skill. It's not a gender role, it's a life skill. Everybody who eats, my simple funda is everybody who eats should know at least basic cooking. So the situation like corona or any natural calamities, when there is no support, you can survive on your own. Okay, so this is my personal principle. So there is no gender role involved in this. So as a teenager or as a preteen, you started learning cooking, maybe just rolling chapatis or rotis or cooking some gravies or some vegetable or some anything, any non-veg item, or at least eat as simple as just making rice. Okay. Were you confident that time, or are you confident now after years of training and years of implementing? So, what is your comfort and confidence level? Was the delivery effective that time, or is the delivery, when I say delivery, that means cooking, is effective now, or it was effective back then? What is the answer?
Effective now. After
Effective now, everybody agrees.
Yes.
And may I ask why it is effective now and not at the initial phase?
We'll have so many trial and error will go wrong or something. We'll practice, then we'll be able to do confidently
we have years of
Okay,
experience.
so
after some time,
so
right?
both the things, yeah, both the things together. You have
Mhm.
tried and errored. You have got the experience of these years. You have learned it in detail. So same pattern for this team. They have years of experience of implementation, and they have delivered, for so many years. So that's why the delivery becomes effective now. Make sense? Yes. Next point, please. Anyone?
A cross functional team does not have to consist of all generalists.
Okay. Now, generalist means everybody having this similar or same kind of knowledge. Okay. General, like how we say general knowledge. So, we are not asking that everyone should know everything. When I say everything, means about every domain, about every technology. It is humanly impossible, honestly. Right? You have really limited period of time to understand, to learn, and in that, what all you will learn? There are so many languages, computer languages. There are so many database scripts. There are so many, other things to learn from nowadays. Everything is so rapidly changing with the help of AI. Again, there is new invention. So it is humanly impossible for all of us to learn and understand everything. I'm not saying many things, but everything. Okay. So that is why we do not believe, or we do not need, or there is no one who knows everything about every topic, every domain generally. Makes sense? It is not feasible also. Any doubts in this?
No.
Yes, no? Okay,
No.
no. For the response, can we go to the third point, please?
The cross functional team also does not have to consist of all specialists.
Yes. Now, these are like, antonyms, uh, generalist and specialist. So what it means is, neither you have to know everything of everything, but neither you have to be specialist about everyone has to be a specialist, yes or no. See, we do have specialist or cross skill because they're aware of the background, aware of different domains, they're aware of the different, I would say, multiple skills, but that doesn't mean that everyone has to be a specialist. Okay, some person might be skilled in Java as well as say AI, or somebody might be in .NET and along with that Python, and maybe some shell scripting or something like that. So that's fine. Okay, but we are saying that almost every one of you will have your own specialization in a way. Like for example, I was a former I was a former .NET developer, but along with that, I was very keen on designing. So my specialization would have been .NET, but along with that, I come with the skills of designing a little and some database implementation, some reporting knowledge. So kind of like that. But when what we are saying, everybody is specialized in his or her own skill. Make sense?
Yes,
Yes.
Pranita.
Any doubt?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Can we go to the third point, please?
I can read it. You will generally find that a cross functional team consists of a mix of people who have some knowledge about a lot of different areas, and
Mm-hmm.
others who are stronger in one area but are willing to help out in other areas where needed and when they can.
Thank you for reading it out. And it's a very important statement, guys. It's an absolutely important statement. What are we saying? That we have a mix, we have a blend of people who are expert in one area. It can be any skill, it can be any domain, it can be both skill and domain implementation. And then there are some people who are having knowledge on multiple grounds or multiple domains, right? I mentioned that if somebody is experienced and they have had a lot of years of working as an experience, and then they can and they rather would have experience from multiple fields or multiple domains, right? Banking, insurance, pharmacy, medical, that is health industry or textile, fashion, automobile, robotics, anything and everything, right? So there are people who have this additional skill set. Okay, so they have knowledge of lot of different areas, and others might be stronger in one area, but also will have, like for example, generally a BA is a resource who will be definitely focused and more knowledgeable in their analysis work. But then as a BA, they would definitely help out the testing team as well, because as they have better understanding of the product or application, they can utilize that understanding and knowledge for the testing purpose. Yes or no?
Yes,
Everybody with me on
yes,
this?
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yes or no? Yes. Easy to understand all these points. Any doubts in this? No, sure.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So now let's go to the next slide. Okay. Okay. So now we can understand how it actually helps towards the implementation, or how it actually helps the team to identify and to achieve their goals and to give timely, quality, and effective delivery. Okay. Let's understand this. There are 5 points, and I'll request, we'll go each point wise. Somebody can read and I can explain that point. Yes, go ahead.
A cross-functional team can be viewed as a team of cross-functional individuals with different functional and domain expertise.
Yes. So, as the name suggests, this team is viewed as a team of experts from different functional background and different domain that we all have understood, right? They are from different. I mean, because their life experience and their work experience is so much, they might be, and most of the time they do have lot of experience of different domains. Next point, please.
For, for example, if one effort is weekly the sprint
Okay,
cycle,
okay, yeah,
can I
yeah,
repeat?
yeah, go ahead.
For example, if one effort is weakening the sprint cycle, then in a cross-functional team, members with stronger skills can associate and work with other team members to complete the sprint on time.
Absolutely right. So here, see, it's a very effective, I would say, teamwork. Okay. So imagine if one of the resource might be new or might be facing some personal or professional challenge or anything and everything. They have a situation at hand and they are not able to perform. So in that, or maybe there's some understanding or learning issue, whatever. So just assuming that there is a problem, that problem is not kept like that. Okay, there's a problem, we can't do anything. No, as a team, you come together and you resolve it. So if there is an understanding or implementation issue, then as a seniors in teams or people who have experience on working on such skills and such kind of problems, they would step in and they would deliver this. They will help to implement this. They'll help to resolve the problem. So that is what the beauty of cross managed or functional team is, that everyone comes together as a team for everyone. So it is everyone for everyone. It's not, there is no partiality, there is no groupism, there is no, I will not do this work, this is not my work. No, absolutely not. That is why it makes them so different. And I actually call it as a beauty of, Agile. And everybody is so cooperative, they help each other out. They feel that it is their own work to ensure the delivery and they take it forward. Makes sense? Any doubt?
No.
No? Okay. Next point, please.
The cross functional team should be able to self organize and keep a continuous flow of features after every sprint.
Yes. So we have learned about this first part already, that they are self-organized. They don't need any micromanagement. They don't need any hand holding. So they manage their work on their own and they keep a continuous flow of features after every sprint, means they deliver during or towards the end of every sprint. So whatever sprint goal, whatever features, whatever you have committed during the sprint planning meeting, as a team we deliver everything to the customer. Yes, that is what it says. Next point, please.
Yeah, I will read it. Encouraging employees to become cross functional individuals create workforce flexibility.
Yes. So when there are people in your team, like for example, I give this just typical example of exam preparation. Okay, imagine you are in your school days, because school days everybody was a lot more sincere than the later years. So imagine in your school days you're trying to do a group study, and there might be any particular project about all the subjects. Okay, and then you realize that as a team, as a group, though you have covered maximum subjects like history, science, maths, everything, but then you feel that you need some more assistance in math. You're given math subject to one of your friend who is better at maths, but then he would need some help for some of the algorithms or some of the deeper and complicated questions. And then you realize there is another person who is good in science and maths both. Okay, so they will help out this person, and they both will, as a team together, will teach the rest of the kids. So what has happened here? Because people are multi-skilled, they are cross-skilled, they help each other out to resolve the issues to reach the common goal. That is a sprint goal. Yes or no? Everybody with me on this?
Yes.
And
Yes. Yeah, a couple of faces. Thank you. And basically this allows you to have flexibility, so you're not stuck on anyone because they are not having that knowledge or that skill set. You are not stuck because, oh, your team is not equipped. No, this never happens. Rather, this is the core that having multi-skilled or cross-functional team members help to achieve the goals. And last point, please. Last point, anyone?
Expertise is in one area and shallow experience across the broad help in lowering defects and speed up cycle time. Sorry.
Yes. So what are we saying? We are saying that you are expert in one area and shallow experience in another. When I say shallow experience means you might be an expert or the best in one of the skill set, but then you also have knowledge of other skills. You also have knowledge of other domain. You also have knowledge about uh, other areas of implementation. That example that we were learning, like a BA can help a tester, a developer can also work as a designer or help a designer. A designer can come and look at some of the code as a review point of view or understanding point of view. Okay, so this is all mixing of your, I won't say mixing, this is all flexibility of your skill set. That one person is not only allotted to one skill or one deliverables or one type of work, but then if you have more knowledge, if you have cross skilled in expertise, you can help each other out. So all these things required to achieve your final goal, that is your sprint goal, and that is your effective delivery. Make sense? Any doubt? Yes?
Yes, Prerna.
No? Yeah, I guess Gaurav is there. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
hand it over
Prerna,
to
I can
Gaurav.
take it up.
Gaurav, you can take it
Yeah,
forward. Yeah, thank you
sure.
so
You
much.
can stop your screen
I'll
share. I will.
Yes, I'll do.
Okay, great. So, guys, one thing you learned over here, and that was one key point came here, the cycle time. Who can tell me what do you mean by cycle time? Any idea?
I can try.
Yeah, Richa, go ahead.
Yeah, in terms of like a sprint cycle, cycle time is relevant to how much time average number of stories take to for a closure, right? Like suppose it's a 2 weeks sprint cycle, correct? And we
Mm-hmm.
have around suppose 15 user stories.
Mm-hmm.
So then I mean the system calculates that in how many and it calculates the average that suppose a few of the stories get open and get closed in 5 days. Some of them may take longer. So the system calculates an average of the number of stories getting closed. And so cycle time can range from, I think, 4 to 7, something like that. 4 to 7 days in 2 weeks of sprint cycle.
Great attempt. Can we give a round of applause uh, for who gave Richa? Richa, can we give a round of applause to Richa for attempting it for the first time? I think this is your first session, Richa, right? Yes, no?
That's correct. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for it.
brilliant. So I'm glad that you have fair idea about it. So good one. So yes, guys. So the cycle time is that in a layman term, if you need to try to respond it, just tell that cycle time is the effort which has been taken or time taken for completing a work, any work that has been into the progress, and the amount of time it has taken to take it towards the completion, that is the cycle time in a sprint. And the way Richa has given, you can take that approach. You can articulate by adding the user story and story point. We have not touched the part of story point yet, and that's the reason I'm still excluding that. Good one. So now if you have to look at something, how your this cross functional team helps. Okay, so it helps in a multiple area. Okay, say for example, it reduces 7 types of waste. How many types of waste?
7 types.
7 types of waste. Why I say that cross-functional team reduces 7 kinds of waste? Reason being that experts are coming from all different directions, all different domains, and because experts are coming, they can vouch that any delays that can be reduced, defects unnecessarily that was earlier coming now has been reduced, any work which was not being done that can be done, paperwork will reduce, and they will be able to take more tasks. Okay, so when we say to take more tasks, we have something to which we call it as, earlier I have talked to you about this PBM, that is the pull based mechanism. Anyone remember over here? What is pull based mechanism? Yes, no? You can say yes or no. Anyone who knows? Yeah, Richa, what
No,
do you
I
mean by?
no, I
Okay,
don't
you
know. Yeah.
okay. Just curious, Richa, it's your day one. You have introduced yourself already?
No, I didn't introduce myself yet.
Okay, so before we continue in this break and resuming from this break, could you quickly introduce yourself, from where you are coming, and your educational background, along with your any experience, IT experience you have? If no, then where you had the experience. Just a quick
Yeah, sure.
intro.
So my name is Richa Jain, and I have around 12 years of experience in IT industry. I have been a Scrum Master also for 6 to 7 years and a PM also. I worked in Cisco, Apple, and multiple companies as a consultant. And I have a Scrum certification too, and I'm here to join the business analyst part. I wanted to learn about it. And as per education, I've done MCA from India. That's in
Super.
short, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Richa, for sharing that, and welcome to this. So, we have this combo track, which is Agile BA. So, just we are covering the foundation of the Agile and Scrum, and we are switching in a couple of days or from the next week, core BA thing. Okay, so this is just a quick one for you, and glad that you are able to participate even at this point of time. So, thank you so much for your quick intro. So, yes. So when we were talking about paperwork, task switching, any hands off, that anything which was remaining, people can complete them before time, and they can also accommodate if given any extra feature. So the thing is that how does this cross functional team, here you can see the typical example of a cross functional team, especially from the construction domain. Someone is carpenter, someone is engineer, and someone is painter, someone is supervisor, and someone is what do you call contractor, it could be. Okay, this is a typical example of a complete team. Okay, and if you continue towards knowing the best as well, means more best, how does it help further? So if I'll tell you, I before I continue, I want someone to quickly read that. Anyone can go ahead and read it. The first bullet point, please.
Cross-functional team members develop the process they will work together.
Aparna, you were really, really low in your voice. Could you read again? What did you say?
Yep.
I could
Cross-functional
not. Yeah, go ahead.
cross-functional team members develop the process they will work together.
Yeah, cross-functional team members develop the process, they will work together. Because they are cross-functional, their involvement comes from the day one. Okay, they are always work together. They are the accountability for each other, and that's the reason the role what you hear now in new Scrum Guide is no more development team. In fact, they are no more roles. Okay, so what they are called as, just while in previous class I have already told. So roles are now termed as what? Who remember that? Who remember that? As per Scrum Guide, roles are now termed as what? These are termed as accountability. What they are termed as? If you'll refer to the Scrum Guide and always refer that, it has termed as accountability. With me so far, everyone? Say yes if you heard me well. Hello, hello,
Yes,
everyone.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your assist. And I want everyone to remain unmute until you are not contributing back from where you are connecting. I want everyone to contribute in the class, and that's the reason I want every one of you to be unmuted so that you can interact whenever I'm asking question. You can respond to me as well. I want now to read someone the second bullet point.
The business domain experts in the team give continuous feedback, which helps to shorten the cycle time and guides the team members when to stop overdosing on a feature so that business value can be realized in a timely manner.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for reading this out. So here, one thing you need to remember is that always deliver, okay, what is asked. Okay. Leave what is unnecessary. Deliver what is asked. Of course, you can over deliver for sure, but you need to care on this point. When I say care on this point, it's okay. When you are over delivering, how much user friendliness you can add to that, so that ultimately it is adding value to the vision. Okay, value to the vision. And that's the reason what you can do is that, as a domain expert, because you are cross functional team, business will continue to give you the feedback, because that's when you chose the Scrum. Why did you chose the Scrum or Agile? The reason being that customer always want to be in touch with their product and the service which you are delivering, and thereby the feedback loop will go towards the higher side. With me so far, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's when business decides the cycle time. When we say cycle time, in fact, the sprint, that how long the sprint is going to be. And because this is something where you are not just delivering the software, what you are delivering other than software, what you are adding to the customer, what you are adding to the customer, everyone? Jubran, Aparna?
Value.
Value, absolutely right. And more than software, your focus has to be aligned with the value, and value with the vision. I want now someone to read the third bullet point.
Cross-functioning team are more productive than team with the similar skilled people working on similar projects.
Yeah. So it's all about the team has to be productive. Okay. And similar skill team, if working together on the similar project, ultimately the goal cannot be achieved. Okay. Because everyone has to come from the different function. Make sure that coders are there. They are skilled enough to code the software. Then if you have testers are coming, they are skilled enough to certify the quality of the product. If business analysts are coming, they are skilled enough to analyze the requirement and transfer the customer intent and requirement clearly to the peer and the involved developers. Okay, so that's how it helps when it comes to you are coming and together working as a cross functional team. Any questions so far over here? Any question when you are understanding the term cross functional?
No,
No? So now, one thing which you have just now heard while ago, you have also heard the terminology self-organized. Did you hear that today?
no,
Self-organized?
Yes.
Okay. So self-organized team, good that you hear that and you understand the meaning behind that. Now, as per the latest Scrum guide, there is no more self-organized team. The team is the same. They are cross functional and self organized, but they are no more called as self organized. What they are called as now? Any idea? I have also talked about it in the past. If not, then this is termed as this. What do you read here? Can you read what did I try to write here? My handwriting is not good enough over here, but do you understand?
Self-managed team.
Absolutely right. This is the self-managed team. Okay, so the reason behind and the work is the same. Now the rules are accountability, self-organized are managed, self-managed, and your development team is now developers. So these are the few changes. Any questions so far? Yes, no?
No.
Okay, thank you. So I believe that Geeta responded on behalf of the entire team. We'll continue to follow Geeta now. So let's continue further and take a typical example of this team. You have the functional team, right? And this functional team has a system analyst working together, developers or coders working together, tester working together. But if as a scrum master or scrum master, you need to recognize your team as a cross functional team. How would you do that? You may pull a system analyst in your team, you may pull few testers in your team. Okay, few testers in your team and few developers in your team. Okay, few developers you have chosen in your team, and that's form a self-organized team, or sorry, cross-functional team. Now they are here in this particular project for certain time. Okay, until the project is there, and once project is over, these people may go back to their excellence, their den, their center of excellence. These are called as COE somewhere. Okay, these are these are the actual functional team. And in fact, before forming the cross functional team, the product owner organizing to have this cross functional team, he may or she may recognize the team, whoever he wants, or who, based on the availability, he can hire from the community. These are also referred as somewhere communities. Okay, coders community in your organization, quality analyst community in your organization, or business analyst community in your organization. From every community, an individual can be hired, and for this hiring, the community can be also built. With me so far? When I say build, it means BILLED. Okay, with me so far? Yes, no? Say
Yes.
yes if you understand what did I say. Yeah. Any questions so far? Come on, everyone is awake?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, anyone who is not awake. Still the answer will be yes. Okay, fine. So I appreciate your responses, guys. Now let's move further to the next slide. Okay. So here now we are going to look at it, that's gonna be more interesting. So see, here now you will understand what exactly happens when it comes to planning and estimation. Okay, when you have to plan, there are a lot many things to plan. Okay, first you need to understand how things are broken down from a big vision to the task level. Okay, because customer comes to you as a vendor with their big vision. Okay, and It's all about business, right? It's all about what, everyone?
Business.
Business.
Business. And business has to have one key key factor or uh, key focus area, and that is what? Every business will have a key focus area, and what is that? What is that?
Vision.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. But when you are doing the vision may gain what in return?
Result.
Quality.
Okay, what else? Let's talk straightforward. Okay, a business may seek what?
A product.
Business may seek product. Okay, and what will happen with that product? And everyone can participate.
The customer can use it.
Okay, and what will happen if customer is using that product?
Customer satisfaction.
Okay, customer satisfaction, and what businesses will get in return?
Profit.
Customer is getting satisfaction, and business will get what?
Dollars.
Same value.
Many of
Someone said something else as well, I heard.
Dollars.
Dollars. Yeah. Absolutely right. That's why I said that let's talk straightforward. So business is happening because the businesses want to focus on monetization. They want to focus on the commercialization. They want to focus on economy, their economical growth as well. So in return, they are exchanging it with the value. Okay, they are giving value to the customer. In exchange, they are developing their economy as well. With me so far? Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, no. Now you need to understand very important thing. What exactly we are doing it here. Now, I don't know whether I have taken this example earlier or not. Okay. Mm, okay. So you give me one thing very important, and I'm giving you that why these things are here. So you need to give me. Okay, what do you see here? My drawing is not so good, but what do you see here? What is it? What did I draw?
Product
Amount.
backlog.
What did I draw? What is this?
Product backlog. I don't know.
A
Just
cup,
guess.
No. What did I draw? Can you see that?
Setup.
a cup.
A cup. In a normal term, it is a cup. And inside cup, what is there?
Liquid. Some liquid.
Water.
Any liquid.
Mm.
Okay, it can be water, tea, coffee, whatever it is. Okay. And what happens? What happens when there is a crack in this cup? What
There's,
happens?
there's going to be a leak.
Water. The liquid leaks. Leaks.
Leaks. Okay.
Yeah.
This is called as spillover.
Yeah.
Right, Richa?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Spillover happens when your container is not that strong enough. Possible. A container is broken.
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you call this as a container, what you may call these liquid inside in the same language? If you call it container, the outer sphere as a container, what you may call what is there inside in the same language?
Content.
Contain.
Content.
Absolutely right. Now, look again. Okay. Look again over here at this side. Okay. This is another cup. Okay. This is another cup. Okay. Now, what is happening is that if this is the content, if this is the content, we will also call this container as a context. We may call it as
Context.
context. Everyone, what we may call it as
Context.
Context.
context. Now, I want you to tell
Context.
me, yeah, context. I want you to tell me, imagine this is a business now. What is this? This is the
business.
business. In the business, what all things goes inside? What all you think when it comes to business, what is there in the business? Tell me. Tell
Can
me,
you
tell
repeat
me.
your can you repeat your question? Like what goes inside?
In
Mm-hmm.
business, when it comes to business, what all comes in your mind when it is business? Okay.
The general one, like money goes in, the
Okay, wait.
marketing, that one's.
Okay, wait. Let me form this for you.
Profit.
Okay.
Profit. Like
Okay.
cost, what is the cost of the product? How much expenses there, and what's the profit? Business is profit.
Okay. So you are saying that when it comes to business, it comes with profit, right?
I mean,
Expenses,
yeah, yeah,
dollars, right? What
yeah,
else? What
Marketing.
else? Okay, marketing. Marketing also involves money. What else
Yes.
marketing involves?
Yeah, money. The advertisement and everything.
Yeah. So, what else it involves? Money involves, advertisement involves.
Yeah,
It also
money.
involves tools. Yeah.
capacity.
Okay. It involves capacity. When we say capacity, it means that person,
Or
right?
Yeah, yeah. The resources,
Resources,
because resources,
right? Resources, staff member, yeah, manpower, whatever it is. Okay. Vendors, right?
skill
Yes,
set.
no. Skill set. It also requires skills, right? These all has to be there in one business. Yes or no?
Yes.
And then only business may run. Okay. Now you need to understand, to protect these all investment, the business has to have a stronger what? To protect these all, a business must have a what? Stronger what?
Insurance.
Framework.
Stronger vision. Okay.
Vision. Okay.
Vision.
Hmm.
Because that vision will only balance the entire resources, living, non-living infrastructure, and that will continue to align with the vision. Why exactly we need these all things? Because we need to fulfill this purpose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To fulfill that purpose, the vision is further broken down into the value system. Okay, and that's when you will always find values and principle. You will always find that for any business, okay, or for any business satisfaction approach, you will see there are values and principle, be it agile values, agile principle, be it scrum values, scrum principle, be it scaled agile principle, scaled agile value, be it lean values, lean principle. Have you heard these terms?
Yes.
Few of them. Yes, no, everyone.
Few of
Yes.
them.
Yeah, few of them, of course. Likewise, a business always has to have the values. And when you will go for the customer will talk to you about their values, their vision, and their principle, and where you are working. Even the your organization will have certain values. Okay, but one thing is missing as a scrum master. You need to remember that what is missing is that individual's values and principle. And this mapping when gets broken, what happens? It results in mismatch, delays, uncertainty, and dependency. Not always, but always mismatch, delays. Okay, that happens. To to avoid these delays and mismatch or delivery of delays of delivery, what happen? These value has to be have certain codes, to which we call them as what? Code of honors. Sometime we have also seen in this class certain code of honor. Yes or no, everyone? If you remember, say yes if you remember, everyone.
yes, sir.
I'm talking to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
have seen
Yes.
that. And those code of honor create certain rules. Now, let me simplify this more. How? If your vision is great transportation in the USA, okay, value says that safe and secure transportation, okay, then you define a code of honor is that following certain transportation rule, okay, for pedestrian, and for you are creating code of honor. Okay, values is safety, security, uh, safe and secure transportation. Vision was the great transportation, then safety and security become their values, and then code of honor you are drawing as in traffics, and then some following traffic, and then following some guidelines for pedestrian, and then inside it you create certain rules. When you are following for the vehicle owners or vehicle driver, always follow traffic rule. When it is yellow you start, when it is red you stop, and when it is green you go, right? You are detailing down every single vision into every single task. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes.
Now understand over here. What exactly is happening? It is always evolving. It is what always happening?
From
Evolving. So there is always a lawmaker, there is always an individual, there is always a follower. Okay, what happens from existing values and principle? What they do when they apply rule, what they do is that they learn from imprecision. Okay, they learn from their past. They do retrospective. Yes or no? We have learned about it. Okay, and when they learn, they apply the greater rule. They become the greater rule. They become the great learner. Yes or no?
Yes.
And that's when scaled agile came into the picture. The whole entire objective is that every individual has to be a learner, and the organization has to be a learning center. Okay, and if you are not learning, you are not doing justice with yourself. Okay, why I'm sharing with you all this, that always you have to take a decision of improvisation based on three pillars, and these three pillars are, what are three pillars of from learning? What is the first one? Who can tell? Richa, what is the first one? Any idea?
Pillars for learning, for the team, you mean? Right.
So it is called, this is three pillars of imprecision. The first one is called as transparency. What is first
Okay.
one, everyone?
Transparency.
The
Transparency.
second one is inspection. Okay. And third one is what? Adaptation. With me so far? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, because we are following this all, you understand that how one vision can be translated into activities. Now, for this has to be planned in advance, and for that we have to have the roadmap. Now let's come back from where we have resumed this. Okay, now let's look at this. Now when you are a customer, coming back over here in the previous slide. Okay, when you are a customer, what exactly happening? You are coming with a greater vision. Okay, now with the product owner, business will be setting the roadmap. It could be the quarterly roadmap, right? If you have the larger vision for a year or so, something, and customer sends you a statement of work, say for example, you understand their requirement in detail. You have the multiple roadmap created for as per the customer's requirement, and you will turn them into releases, and you will decide the iteration along with the customer, how frequent they want the feedback loop to happen, and then you get involved into the work directly. And in every single day, what do you do? What do you run? What kind of ceremony you run? What ceremony every single day you run, everyone?
Stand-ups,
Daily
stand-ups.
stand-up meeting.
Daily stand up. And in daily stand up, you always talk about, your team always talk about every single what activities or tasks they have taken up on their name, and how much. So we talk about three things. Who remember this? In daily stand up, what we talk about? Who remember
Task.
this?
Yeah, task.
Okay, let me ask this. If you have attended the previous class, you know what is this. What is this, everyone? You
Last
talk about, yeah, go ahead.
last
Last 8 hours.
Okay, what
as for
next?
Next 8 hours.
And the third one?
Lock.
You talk about three things. First and second you said right. What is the third one?
Any blocker is there.
Best.
What it will be abbreviated? What is abbreviated over here? What is the
Between.
no. Last time
Sorry,
also you
I
said the
forgot.
between,
Yeah, I
but
forgot.
I corrected it. Okay, I'll tell you. So you have to talk about three things: last state, next state, and what is rhyming? Bottleneck. Last
Yeah.
state, next state, bottleneck. Can you speak up? What do we call it? What three things we talk about?
Last 8, next 8, bottleneck.
Can everyone go on unmute and speak it up again so that you don't forget what we three things talk about? Everyone,
Last step,
last
Last
next step,
8 hours, next
and
state, and
bottleneck.
bottleneck.
bottleneck. Yes, you are right. So how will you remember? Just remember L8, N8, and BN. Okay, it means last rate, next rate, bottleneck. Okay, that's what you are going to speak up in daily stand-up meeting, and thereby whatever the duration you decide that how many iterations you want. Okay, and these iterations release how many releases you want to deliver in terms of increment. Okay, as per the roadmap, which is aligning with the vision, then accordingly you are creating your task accordingly. It means that your statement of work is turned into, or vision is turned into product backlog, to which you call it as epics, as an epics or feature will be added. Then epics and feature will be broken down into what? Into what, everyone?
Story.
User
Stories.
stories. Yeah. And then user story will have the subtask, and in the parallel there will be some task. Okay, subtask. Okay, and these has to be broken down into every single activities and assigned to them. Okay, so yearly task is quarterly, monthly, and weekly, and thereby daily, how it has been broken down. Now comes the real part. The real part is that you don't plan the entire vision, the entire project well in advance. In fact, you break them down. Yes or no? Say yes if you agree
Yes.
with me. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, when you're breaking them down, there times comes when you have to do the sprint planning, right? You have to do the sprint planning. And in sprint planning, what do you bring? What is the input for the sprint planning? What do you take in the sprint planning? Guys, we have gone through this. What is the input of sprint planning?
Like whatever the stories
Like
the product
requirements.
managers want, yeah. Scope.
Okay. So input of sprint planning is the product backlog. Prioritize
Backlog.
product backlog. What is the input of sprint planning, everyone?
Backlog.
Yeah, it's
Product.
prioritize product backlog. It's just not backlog. It is what?
Prioritized
Product.
product backlog.
Yeah, and how do you prioritize? How do you prioritize? Okay, there are multiple prioritization method. Mostly we use, in most of the company we use what? Moscow. What is the full form of Moscow? Who can tell me quickly?
M-
MO is most
Most
wanted, or say must have. SO is for should have.
should.
Okay. CO is for could have, and W is for won't have. With me so far, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes.
Guys, see, here I am not just preaching. I just want everyone's participation so that you remember it. What will be the point if you won't remember? Jibran, you there with me? Jibran, awake?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Your response never came, so I thought you are not there or what.
Of
Okay,
course, I'm
okay, great to know. So now you have to remember that what is the full form of Moscow? Just now I said. Who remember now?
Most wanted.
M.
Most
Mm-hmm.
Should
S.
be there.
should want.
Yeah.
Would be
So
there. Yeah.
see, most wanted you will never find. People say must have. Why I
Yeah,
say
must
most
have.
wanted? Because this is the most wanted for client. Okay, and that's the reason I call it as most wanted. But when you will go and learn somewhere else, they say that MO is for must have, S is for should have, CO is for could have,
Could have.
W is for
Could have.
no, W is for
Can't have.
W is for how come?
Would, sorry, I thought C.
Would have,
Won't
would have.
have, won't have, won't,
Oh,
won't.
want have.
Oh, won't have. Clearly, customer may ask for star and moons. If there is no feasibility, why you will give? Okay? And you can straight away educate to the customer that it won't be possible. There are certain constraint limitation. Okay, customer can ask anything. Customer is coming for the okay, update the online banking, core banking stuff. And also what you do is that in that core banking, what I can think of, let me think something. Okay, in that core banking, what you see that um, include that what customer actually buy using my using their debit card. Now this feature is totally different, right? So initially this is not the MVP, this is not the something which is the your core banking will have. Is there any direct relation between a customer's banking activities plus what he is buying through whatever website every single day? Is there any correlation?
No,
No. Maximum, if he is using the
no,
banking
Guru.
services to buy something, that can be reflected into a statement. But how frequent he is buying, all this data. So this will be the not the core requirement initially, right? So there you can say won't have, or we may defer it out. Yes or no? Agree?
Yes.
Everyone with me so far? Yes, no? Say yes if
Yes.
you are with me.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Okay, thank you. So now, when we are understanding these all, we will be talking tomorrow about these again, not exactly immediately when you will tune into with me. There are estimation technique. In sprint planning, you will enter with the product backlog, okay, which are the prioritized, and you are talking about the sprint planning. In sprint planning, everyone will be giving their effort and estimate, right? That how much time they will take to complete some user stories. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. How they are going to do that, we will be looking at it tomorrow. Okay, not today. Any questions so far?
No.
So these techniques, in fact, eventually only I'll be conducting. So it will be coming back to me only. However, tomorrow the session will start from vision simplification. Okay, I think this part Prerna will take, and I'll be taking again all the estimation technique for tomorrow. Okay. Any question so far? No, no question. If no question, I quickly would like to hear from you. One word. Let's start from Richa. It was your day one. What do you feel like saying at the end?
Yeah, excellent. I mean, I'm very happy to be here, and Gaurav and Prerna, like both of you, were excellent. I'm
Thank you.
liking it,
Thank you.
though I've done it multiple times, but I
Yeah.
still feel it's very nice. Excellent.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Richa. I'm glad that you have this excellent experience, and will continue next in the next session as well. Let's hear from Aparna. I just now saw you unmuted. Yeah. What do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind.
I've learned a lot of interesting things today.
Okay.
And
You found it interesting. Interesting word only can touch in my eardrum. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. Let's hear from Geeta now. Geeta, what do you feel like saying? One
The
word that.
comfortable, and you make everyone comfortable to pitch in the
Yeah.
question or ask questions. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes. So
Thank
comfort
you.
is one thing. Thank you so much, Geeta. Let's hear from Ujwala. Ujwala, what do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind. Ujwala.
Mm.
Uh, Ujwala, I could hear that you were responding, but I could not hear you right now.
I'm
You
here.
there?
I'm here.
Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah, what do you feel like saying? One word that comes in your mind.
Um, very involved.
Involved. Okay, brilliant choice of the word. Thank you so much, Ujwala. Let's hear from Jubran. Jubran, what do you feel like saying? One word that
Yeah,
comes in
it
your mind.
was full of knowledge.
Full of knowledge. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be talking again to you tomorrow. Tomorrow at the same time. Okay. And till then, have a wonderful good night sleep. Bye bye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
like
Good
Thank you.
night,
Good
guys.
night.
Bye bye.
Good night.